Alright, here she is. So today I have mounted the motor roughly, still waiting on carburetor. I just slapped the stock exhaust on there, flipped it over the other way, and it sits pretty good that way. It does clear the bed right here when I lower the bed. So in here, just threw this on there. I got to cut the key down and all that. But I bought a chain. Where's it at? Bought a chain somewhere. Anyway, it was a 3-foot section of chain, and it was too short by 2 links, and it didn't come with a master link, which I'm surprised about. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get some more chain pieces. So here, right in here, just temporary. This is all becoming more and more temporary because it's not working the way that I want it to. So what I've done here is added this piece of angle iron right here. I've welded a bolt right there just to stiffen it up. But what it's doing is holding the bearing, the pillow block bearing, from rocking back like this. When you push the clutch is a lot stronger than I thought, the clutch springs. So when you push the clutch, it's moving the flywheel and the shaft and everything out. It was bending the base plate. I welded on the bottom of the base plate underneath a piece of angle iron to stiffen it up. And so now it actually disengages. It still moves a little bit, but it disengages when you push the clutch. So that's a win, I suppose. Still waiting on a carburetor, and I haven't wired up the on-off switch yet, and the fuel lines here, I have to extend those once we get the carburetor. We do have a choke and throttle cable, which is going to be awesome. Be able to operate that from inside. Should be able to start everything from inside. I have tested the starter. I got that bolted up, and it does spin the whole works. I mean, it doesn't spin the motor yet, obviously, because there's no chain. But yeah, I'm getting closer. But yeah, this is all going to have to come out, and I'm going to have to actually mill some pieces and kind of build something that is nice and true, straight, 90 degrees, you know, I can't just build it on the rig. I'll try this and see how it works with the power, see if I want to try and re-engineer the whole thing with the bigger Harbor Freight engine. I also realized too that I don't know why I picked that sprocket and the 60-tooth sprocket, but that's a 3-to-1 ratio, so it's going to be extra slow. Torquey, but slow. So we'll have to see what it can do in 4th gear, how fast it can go. So I might have to get a different sprocket for that too. But I don't know, it's coming along. I started cutting some stuff out of here, extra things that don't need to be in here. Gonna kind of clean this area up. I might clean this area up even more, just maybe in preparation for a larger motor. I don't like this motor up bolted onto the bracket, floating with it off the stand. I don't like it. It's very wobbly. I'm gonna have to put some braces on there. I'll show you. I'll come down here and lay on the ground covered in chicken poop. So that's what it looks like. As you can see, you know, we just kind of cut things and slapped it together. So we've had to shim this to get everything, the sprockets straight. You can see all those scrap pieces of metal just kind of welded together. But you can, that's the angle iron there holding the bearing. It did help. And then underneath, just kind of tacked a angle iron on there as a stiffener. So basically we get a couple chain pieces, we get that carburetor on there, we can run this kind of as a proof of concept, and basically run it till it breaks. And then all the while I'll be designing something that's a little more better, because this is quite ridiculous actually. Anyway, that's the idea. And in the long term too, I want to put a pulley here. Boop. And we're going to mount the alternator probably, oh, I don't know, either, well, I don't know, this bracket's kind of in the way, so I might relocate this bracket more in the middle here, and then we'll have a spot right back here for the alternator to get our charge going, because I think that's going to be important, because I want to have lights, and I got the dump beds electric and all that stuff. So, but there is quite a bit of room back here. Everything, like I said, everything fits nicely. I'm happy with the fit of everything, just not how it's working exactly. Like I said, when you are pushing that clutch in, you can watch the flywheel move significantly. It's gotten better since I put that in there, because it was just rocking that bearing. No matter how tight I got the bolts, it would just rock the whole thing. Probably the next version of this will be plates that are upright, and I'll probably do flange mount bearings so that there's some axial load there, so it gives it something to push up against. So on the next time around, that's probably what I'm going to do. But that requires a lot more patience, and I don't have that. Anyway, that's what we got going on. Hopefully the next couple days we'll be running down the road. And I'll add a quick shot of the starter turning the motor. Go over there and do it one more time.